Hey guys, Billy Davidson here with Davidson Pressure Washing and Painting, Hammond, Louisiana. We're going to be talking about a hot water unit, a hot water pressure washer. As you see here, this one's from North Star. We're cleaning inside of a storage room, and I don't see a lot of this on YouTube with some of the other pressure washing channels, so I want to bring this to your attention. You can probably start going after some of these jobs in your area, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that in depth as the video goes along. Now, I would say this hot water unit, in the past, we really kind of stayed away from them because they were always a little problematic. But I understand that there's been a lot of new technology come to some of these hot water systems, and they're much more dependable than they were several years ago. So again, we're going to talk about this unit. We're going to talk about this storage unit that we're cleaning out. Now, this storage unit is a very unique situation, the storage closet, if you will. It's part of a restaurant. There's also a grease trap in there. You'll see there's some big grease containers for the cooking grease to go into. And also it's like a storage room too. And oftentimes it needs cleaned because they're bringing in and out cooking grease. The trucks come in and pump it out, that sort of thing. Now, this is kind of equivalent to a dumpster pad. So the pricing kind of goes for a dumpster pad. So if you're looking to get those prices, go check out my website, BillyDavidsonVIP.com. There'll be a link in the description with some more information as well. And you can use that same techniques that we talk about in the cleaning a dumpster pad course. It uses the same techniques on cleaning out these little storage closets. Now, these storage closets, I call them closets, they are on the back of every restaurant, whether you see them or you don't. And maybe you can start looking for them. Even Chick-fil-A, when you go around and you hit that drive-through, there'll be a fenced-in area. There may be a dumpster in there, that may not. But that fenced-in area on the back of these restaurants is all the stuff that's nasty. I mean, they got the grease traps, they got the grease containers like you see right here. This happens to be a little bit different setup, but it's the same principle. They on the back side of the Sonics, any fast food restaurant. Five Guys got tons of them. We do those as well. Starbucks even have one. And they need to be cleaned. I mean, they get nasty. This stuff's gooey on the floor. And usually we do it with a cold water unit and some cleaning soaps. With Dawn dish soap works phenomenal. But this was at our disposal. So we said, hey, let's give it a try and check it out. And we could bring this to the YouTube channel as well, just in case someone's looking into a hot water unit. Now, this hot water unit will go up to 250 degrees, which is incredible hot. You almost need gloves holding the wand at that temperature. I dialed this back to about 140. That was plenty enough. We did put down a little Dawn dish soap, kind of pre-treated. And as you see here, it just burnt right through it. It was amazing. So along with the hot water, the Dawn dish soap, it did really well. Now, again, if you don't have a hot water unit, you can still use cleaning detergents and degreasers and stuff like that to get it clean. But if you do have a hot water unit, it's going to make it a little bit quicker. But most importantly, you're using less chemicals too. So I'm really starting to dial down our chemical use, our sodium hypochlorite, our degreasers, any of that, all of that. And look, they're all great products, but I'm trying to dial it down to use less of it. And I hope y'all are too. I think it benefits everyone involved using less of these harsh chemicals. Now, that means, well, you might have to use a little bit more pressure when cleaning dumpster pads. You might have to use some heat. You might do a little bit of scrubbing or agitation. But at the end of the day, you're saving a ton of money on these very expensive degreasers. And the exposure you got to your health, too, is the value that we're looking at, too. So, long term, we don't know what all this does to us. We're just out here working, trying to make a living. So I'm really trying to dial that down. And I'm finding that Dawn dish soap is our go-to thing on dumpster pads and restaurant cleanup. And it works really good. I mean, it's hard to beat. So again, with that little bit of heat here and a little bit of detergent, this cleaned up really well. Again, you can go after these jobs. I mean, oftentimes they have the restaurant staff trying to keep it clean. And the operative word there is trying. You walk in there, it's not clean by no means. And we're seeing this everywhere, especially right now during the labor shortage. These restaurants barely got enough people to wait the tables and the kitchen staff, let alone going in and trying to clean up the mess in their storage room area where the grease traps are, where some of their kitchen equipment, broken kitchen equipment, sometimes is stored in here. All kind of stuff, broom, mops, buckets, all the stuff that is geared towards running the inside of the restaurant usually is stored in the back side of these restaurants. And like I said, go around and look around at these restaurants. Sometimes it's not so obvious because they have them enclosed where it's not so much visible to the public. But if you get out your car and walk around the restaurant and you follow your nose, you will smell where this area is, because oftentimes they can't keep it clean, especially right now during the labor shortage, COVID-19. These restaurants are busier than ever and they don't have the staff. So you can go in there, and I like to do is approach the general manager. Sometimes go knock on the back door. Someone answer the back door. Somebody will come out of the kitchen and ask to speak to a shift manager, someone. Now, if you go through the front door, you're gonna just get stopped by one of the waiter staff, and how that goes. So, I'm kind of old school. I'll walk right up into the back door, my business card, and let them know that you can take care of this type of stuff. And again, to go after some of these big chains, some of these mom and pop restaurants as well. In addition to that, the Board of Health inspects these restaurants regularly, and the fire marshal comes in regularly. So these places need to be kept clean along with their dumpster pads. And again, doing this type of work, you're not going to get rich doing it, but it can lead to much more larger contracts, such as washing the parking lots, the buildings, the roofs, striping the parking lots, doing the parking lots, the ADA. So think about that. You're not going to get rich doing it. You're going to get a little dirty. You're going to make good money, but this can definitely grow your pressure washing business. And if you're looking for other ways to grow your pressure washing business, go check out my website, BillyDavidsonVIP.com. There'll be a link down in the description. And if this has been helpful, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I hope to see you in the next video.